Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tirra Omilade, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. It's all about us stepping into walking in our power. Welcome to the Inspired Goddess Morning Circle. How are y'all doing? Let's see who is here. We already got Keita May here, Wealth Rising. Wealth Rising, Keita May. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, let's see here. Today what I want to do is I want to talk about, I want to take us through a mindfulness practice, doing the body scan. And I want to also talk just a little bit about the astrology. I put out the monthly video, but I do want to touch a little bit on what's happening this week. And the last thing that we'll do is continue talking about a happy pocket full of money. Because, yeah, don't we all want a happy pocket full of money? No, it's really my way of helping us to make sure we understand metaphysics and the laws of the universe so that we can consciously apply them to our lives and stop feeling like we're living at the effect. We're not living at the effect, baby. We are first cause. Greetings to Mystic Storm. How are you? Peace and love. Okay. I appreciate those of you all who have been telling me you having problems accessing some of my stuff because it's making me realize that this YouTube algorithm, oh my gosh, it's a trip. So let me just really quickly grab this link and put it in my goddess community. So how is everybody doing? I would love us to stitch in even the hashtag replay sisters. I always love it when I hear from the hashtag replay sisters. So even the hashtag replay sisters, go on and let's stitch in together. This is what? Our last day of November. Oh my gosh. Wow. Paste. And I'm going to say, I am live. I am live. So it's interesting in my mind that, that if we want businesses, it's just certain things you're going to have to do. You're not going to get around them. Anywho, I'm learning my lessons. Hardcore lessons. Let's see here. Okay. Woo. Y'all are here. I was like, where's everybody? Hello. How are you, Queen Larissa? Greetings. Great rising to the goddess Bliss. And Ocean Kimmy is in the house. You notice, Ocean Kimmy, I've been calling you that more here lately. So let's just go on ahead and stitch in with what are you bringing into the circle today. Yeah, I just want y'all to know that it's really okay if you're having a rough time. Just stitch in with whatever it is that you that you're coming in with. And the way you do it is this way. I would like the candle for everybody. I am Tirra. Hold on one second. I don't hear my music. I am Tirra, and I am bringing in... there we go. I'm bringing in... groundedness. I had to think. And I'm lighting a candle for the community. If any of you can light a candle and stitch in, please do. I'll put it down here. And also, I want to find out who has their morning cup of whatever. I have my morning cup of positivity. My work changes lives. I got this from one of the coaching groups that I'm in, and I have to remind myself of that because some days I want to quit. Being in business is when you're new is a little bit harder. Even people who've been in for a while, they will have their hard days. And so I have to remind myself my work changes lives, even if people haven't said it yet, which y'all have, a lot of y'all have. Let's see here. Oh, you're just so Ocean Kimmy is one of the most warm people I know. Thank you for greeting everybody. I haven't brought it all up, but thank you for that. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Okay. We are sending you lots of love. I know it is so challenging. Blue is your fur baby. I just want to make sure. I remember you talking about Blue last week and you were giving thanks for Blue. So I am so sorry. I know it's very, very difficult. And you're a Virgo too. Virgos, not all Virgos are animal people, but that's the sign of pets. And we have a Virgo losing their Blue. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Thank you for being here, Jasmine. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening, goddess. I am Ocean Kimmy, and I am bringing in focus. I am Larissa, and I'm bringing in a restful pause and not feeling guilty about it. Love it. We got Ocean Kimmy bringing up her morning cup of Joe. Yes. I am Keita May, and I'm bringing discipline and obedience. Lovely, lovely. Mwah. Yes. Okay. So, as you can see in the banner below, there's actually one thing I need to add to that. I just thought about that. You can see that there is a full moon circle coming up next morning or next week. I'll do it during our morning circle. So yeah, I don't know what is going on that made me say I'm just going to do it during the morning circle. I think at the time I was feeling a little bit like, oh, I have a lot on my plate. So yeah, we're going to talk about the full moon next week during the morning. And then also, I have a special offer that you can get a 60-minute reading live on Zoom with me um, for a nice price. And yeah, that's available until next Thursday, I think is what I put on there. Let's see here. What else? Also, Ocean Kimmy and I and Sister Deborah by Mary, we are doing a special sistership circle for what's called Sistership Circle Day. Ocean Kimmy is now in the ranks of certified. Well, she's finishing up her certification, but basically she's so close to being done. Certified circle facilitator, and by Mary and I finished back in June. And so on the 15th, we have a circle coming up. So I'll make sure I get some information out to you all to join us for that. And yeah, so what we'll start off with is mindfulness. I am working on my mindfulness teacher certification. I want to complete it, get it done. And so I need to lead some mindfulness practices now that I have finished the coursework. And one of those is the body scan. And I would love to lead you all through the body scan. Part of the reason that we do the body scan and mindfulness is because a lot of us stay out of our body. Our minds will have us out everywhere. And also, thank y'all for stitching in. I appreciate you all. But our minds will just be out there everywhere. But it is in the body. You know, the body has a high level of intelligence. It has all the memories that are stored in it because of the subconscious mind being in the body. And it's a very good way to help you to stay present and in the moment. Um, and to bring the more we are present, remember what we have been learning in A Happy Pocket Full of Money, that the most potent moment is right now. All the wisdom, all the what is it that I need to do right now lies in this one moment right here. Okay. So the body scan is a practice actually that you can have that will allow you to really connect with the now moment through really becoming present to what's going on in your body. And sometimes we think it's safer to be worried and concerned and constantly thinking about all this stuff that's going on, and I got to figure this out and I got to figure that out. We just think that that's the way to do it. But the what we really want to do is we want to tune into the body, and the answers, what by doing so we get into this now moment. And I remember one time hearing Wayne Dyer say, no, it was either Wayne Dyer or Deepak Chopra say something to the effect of, when we come into the now moment, it was Wayne Dyer, the only thing I need to worry about is the very next moment. If we are not feeling successful in life, all we need to do is to recognize, I made it through this moment. I am a success. Okay, I made it through this next moment. I am a success. And I began to realize, when I just tell myself all I need to do is to see the very next step in front of me, then it would bring me back in from all the worry, all the concern, because that's a level of torture that so many of us live according to. So let's practice this body scan as a way for us to be able to, you know, take our power back, actually, and to just feel okay. Now, the last thing that I want to say is, number one, with mindfulness, it's important to bring in compassion, compassion for yourself. Um, if you tune into your body and you notice something that you're like, I don't like this, compassion. That is the only thing. We want to make sure that we cultivate the practice, or cultivate the attitude, is what we call it, of non-judgment. So I just encourage you to make sure that you have compassion for whatever you discover. You observe it and just be with it. Okay. And maybe breathe into it a little bit. So let's just go on ahead and get started. And just take a deep breath in and allow your body to settle into your seat. You can close your eyes or keep them open and just lower your gaze to limit visual distractions. And just allow your shoulders to soften. And just take a full breath in and a long breath out. Really extend that breath out. I'm going to do one more full breath in and a long, slow breath out. And let's just go ahead and begin by bringing your attention into your body. Notice the feeling of the weight of your body on the chair, the floor, or whatever you're on. And as you breathe, notice how your chest and abdomen expand to allow the air to enter your lungs. And just notice, what sensations are you aware of? Inhaling. And as you exhale, bring awareness to the stillness. Notice that you are relaxing more deeply and completely. Now bring your attention to the top of your head, noticing any sensations in the scalp. Now down the back of the head, the sides, your face. And notice your jaw, if you're holding any tension in your jaw. And let your face be soft. Just relax the muscles around your eyes and your mouth. Breathing in and long breath out. Notice your neck and your throat. And just let them be soft. Notice your shoulders and arms. And feel any sensations. Just allow tension to move from your shoulders down to your upper arms, the elbow, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. Noticing any tightness, any temperature sensations. Noticing what the fabric of your clothing feels like on your skin. And continuing to breathe in. Long breath out. Now bring your attention to your chest and abdomen. Feeling the movement in your chest as you breathe. Bringing your attention to your stomach. Noticing, is it tight or tense? And just letting it soften. Noticing the upper back and the lower back. Now continue traveling down to your legs. And if you're holding any tension there, just relax. Just release that tension. Release it in your thighs. Your knees. And shin. Your ankles. And finally, your feet. Just noticing any sensations in your feet. Noticing any weight, sense of temperature, any energy patterns in your feet. And as you continue breathing in and out, now noticing the whole body from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Staying with the sense of the whole body for a few more breaths. And one thing that I do want to offer is whenever your mind wanders, you can just bring your awareness back to your breath. Offering gentleness, compassion, non judgment, and kindness to whatever you're sensing in your body. And as we close, continue remaining aware of your body as best you can. And let's take a full deep breath in and a long, slow, deep breath out. Good morning. Ooh, man, I let it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to bring myself back. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I would appreciate if y'all would share anything that um, came up for you during that practice. I would love some feedback. Like I said, I'm working on my mindfulness teaching certification. One thing that I'll say is I don't know why, but I've had so much tension and it feels like pain in my neck and right at the top of my back, down the middle, like mid back. And I typically do have something going on in the lower back. And because I was leading, I did get a little bit kind of like, you need to be focusing and doing exactly what you're saying. Because once I got to the legs, I was like, ooh, my back feels like it's on fire. So I just made sure with that whole body, when I was tuning into the whole body, that, I was very present to what was going on, not judging it, just being aware. Okay, I feel tension and stress and pain in my back. But by the time I got to the end, I'm like, ooh, my back feels better. Literally feels better. Oh, yes. I will be getting something up um, for us. Eileen, I need your headshot actually. Good morning, Paulette. I'm bringing release. Greetings, greetings. Ah, yes. How are you? Finals week. We are cheering for you. We are cheering for you, priestess sister. Yeah, I am sure that was helpful with you being in finals week. Hi there. How are you? So yeah, I would appreciate anything that y'all want to share with me on that body scan. Okay, so next, what we're going to do, oh, here we go, one more. I am Morgan, and I am stitching in acceptance. Love, love, love that. a calmness with my worries. Yes, it's so similar to, I'm telling you, this mindfulness thing is blowing my mind. And it's largely what so many of the spiritual teachers talk about. But it's, what do I do? Do this mindfulness. And also, I don't, I forgot what I was going to say, but yeah, we need to be able to know what is it that we need to do in order to live out some of these teachings. So mindfulness to a certain degree touches on this yogic principle of calming and settling the mind. And when it comes to manifestation, mindfulness helps us to be present to what is, because at some point we can't be out there visualizing what we want. We have to bring ourselves into this now moment and embody already, having manifested whatever it is that we desire. Um, and things like pain and just all the problems that we walk around with, you just see things differently when you bring yourself into this now moment. One of the biggest things for me again was feeling like a failure, and just in general with life. And when Wayne Dyer was like, "Hey, this you succeeded at living in this moment. You're already a success. Just focus on this now moment." And that is baby steps, baby. Is that, what is that movie? Is it called Baby Steps? Y'all help me remember the movie with the guy taking the baby steps to find his therapist. That has always been one of my favorite movies. I haven't quoted it in a while because I can't remember the name of it. But anywho, ooh, this is beautiful. Larissa, I felt at home in my body. Mm, let me tell you, that's a big deal because a lot of people don't feel that way. I felt a jolt of motivation to continue on completing the things I've started. It is nothing like getting motivated after doing mindfulness. That's good. That's good. The body scan helped me release a lot of tension within my body. Beautiful, beautiful, Morgan. And see, when we are able to release that tension, I don't know, it's just like it frees up the brain, our brain energy, so we can get some stuff done, right? So yes, thank y'all so much for sharing that with me. Y'all are helping me to be able to get my certification taken care of. And I don't take it lightly at all. I don't take it lightly at all. Um, so who is in awe that we are in the last day of where am I? What are we doing? Let's see here. I felt some anxiety at first, like, wait, you mean I have to climb on down out of my head? Yes. I didn't cry this time, not yet at least. I will cry in a heartbeat, so it's okay. But yay, we're getting different reactions, Keita May. We're getting different reactions. Oh, okay. I kept wondering why is this thing up? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, let me pull up what we're dealing with this astrology for today. And so we're still walking this out. Mercury opposition Mars. And with that, it could feel like some harsh thinking. Maybe this is one of the reasons some of us feel a little bit tense and tight, because Mars is inflammation. Or it could be like a lot going on up here, but it feels a little bit harsh. Like there's this push and pull between you and someone else, or maybe you're playing a lot of conversations out, but you might be getting some resolution at this point because Mercury opposition Mars, that was exact yesterday. So we're coming off of that today. And I do think we might feel it today and tomorrow. I know I've been in my head quite a bit thinking about things like, and that's the other thing, you're like thinking about things that are causing you to tug and pull. And I told myself there were certain things I was letting go of today. I'm over it. I'm no longer available to um anything in my life that is not absolutely necessary, or it's needs to be something that is helping me to move forward. And I can learn something about myself when I'm in more negative situations, but trust and believe, I don't have to stick around for them. I don't have to keep them up here. So it's sort of like that kind of thing could be going on. Mercury sextile Saturn, that also brings the stability of mind. It brings like, okay, y'all, we got the plan. We know exactly what we need to do. Let's get it done. So I love that for us. I love that for us. So then tomorrow is the first. We have Mercury square Neptune. So the thing that I want to share with you all, until the sun goes into Capricorn. Yeah, I'm gonna say until the sun goes into Capricorn. Um, we are in a very mutable time, and it's really important to make sure that you check into your body before you make a decision, before you get into some type of arrangement with somebody or some type of commitment, before you bring your money out to pay for something that you really maybe you haven't looked into a lot. You don't know the person. It's a lot of scammers out there, so just be cautious of your maybe change up some of your passwords. That's something I'm gonna do. Change up your passwords. It's a scammy time. It's a lot of people who might feel like they're gonna get scammed, or not feel like they're gonna get scammed. It's a lot of people out here that can take advantage of this energy and scam people or get something over on you. Sounds negative, but I just find it to be true, because everything isn't what it seems when you're in a mutable time. And so we have planets in, um, let me just bring this up. Oh, also, let me tell y'all this now. Y'all may see me come on and do some short videos. I am having to work on my YouTube game because my views are very low, almost like I'm not doing anything on my channel. This happened to me last year, actually. Think about something that happened last year during this time, because these topics are coming back up for review. Trust and believe. But I went a little period of time last year, about 2 weeks or so, where I didn't go live. I didn't do anything with this channel. And it made YouTube stop recommending my channel. And several of y'all have been saying you're having problems either seeing my live streams or seeing videos because they changed the way they are listing things on our main page. Um, and so I'm like, I am on it. I have signed up for some new things. And one of the things that I've learned is I need to do more short videos. And so you'll see me come live. I may not stay on very long, but that's what's going on, because y'all know we are very conversational on this channel. But there's some people who are not going to watch these long live streams, and it's hurting my channel to not have short videos on. Um, so I don't like doing the 60 and 90-minute videos. That's not fun. Hold on one second. Why? See, this is what I'm talking about. I just got a notification that I lost access to my, um, okay, good. Oh my gosh, to my, Facebook stream. I'm streaming to both Facebook, and they were like, "You lost connection to Facebook." I'm like, "Why?" Anywho, I'm working on that. Working on my channel and all that kind of good stuff. So y'all will see me come on for short periods of time. Please watch those videos, all that kind of good stuff. And I don't like doing the short videos a lot. I have to be in the mood to do 60 and 90-second videos, but I can do a 5-minute video. I can do a 5-minute video. Okay. So you can see mutable signs are Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, and Virgo. We have Mars in Gemini. We have Jupiter and Neptune in um, Pisces. Ooh, even today, the moon is in Pisces. Okay. And we have 3 planets in Sag. That's a lot of mutable energy. And you don't things are not what they seem when you have mutable energy. So you really want to be cautious of that. And I'm going to tell you how you channel this energy. You channel it by improving something. What can you improve? That is the best way to channel this um, energy. So um, Mercury square Neptune, that can for sure bring up, look, Mercury square Neptune, Venus opposition Mars. That can really bring some shady type stuff. So you want to make sure you're not being shady, and you want to be aware of, if you feel like somebody's being shady with you, trust your gut. Trust your gut. All right. Let me see if there have been any comments. It did, Eileen and Morgan. Yes, it did. Greetings, Queen Felicia. How are you? Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Um, yeah. And the more you comment, like I love that we comment and stuff like that. That helps also. What's up, Solid Dre? I hadn't seen you in a while. Alafia, Ikaro. Okay, so let's talk about Mercury squared Neptune. I think that that one is really good for, again, it's this mental thing that we have going on. Um, it's something with the mind. Maybe we need to be more attentive to what is happening in our mind. And that's one of the things that I love about saying I am sinking myself into the present moment and having practices to do that. It could also bring up, maybe there's something spiritual that you've learned and you need to remember that and apply it. It's like something will spark you and you're like, I know the truth. I need to live this in my own life. Or it could be you get some type of creative download, and yeah, but it'll kind of come out of like something irritating you or frustrating you, because a square is something that frustrates you, but a square activates you. A square is really good for like getting things going. Okay. So maybe it's you're going to listen to music that really inspires you and keeps your mind like focused on whatever it is that you need to do. Venus opposition Mars. Now, Venus opposition Mars, I think that's pretty interesting because Venus and Mars, they've had like wild meetings this year. Um, they've been, they just really hung with each other quite a bit at the top of the year. They were right there together, like 2 or 3 times. They were just right there. And now for them to be the exact opposite of that, what I think we can do is, again, it's like you want to begin to think about what was happening. I want to say from like January through March. Maybe, yeah, through March for sure, the end of March. Was there a major theme happening for you during that time? I want you to go in and see what was the focus. I think for me, a lot of it was training, but shifting myself, like moving myself in a new direction in terms of like, what am I going to focus on? Getting more clarity in my business. Now, Venus is our feelings, not our feelings. Venus is our self-worth, our self-value. She is an emotional planet, but I will say she's um, our self-worth, our self-value. Mars, and she's feminine. She has to do with money, um, relationships, appearance. Mars is action. It's a masculine planet. Now, both of these energies are sexual, so it could have been like some of us could have felt like this energy of heightened sexuality, sensuality. Now, I will say these are both creative planets. So maybe there was something that you were creating at the time, but now you feel a little bit frustrated with it. You know, it maybe it's taking more time than you thought, or you want to work on it, but you feel like you can't work on it, or something like that. They met in Aquarius, which has to do with technology and progress, science. Like you're testing something, and it has to do with advocacy for everyone to have equity, right? And then Pisces is spirituality. Both of these are kind of like signs that have to do with the collective, you know? But Pisces is also spirituality and creativity and the subconscious mind. So there could be some tug of war in one of those two areas, but Venus opposition, here we go, Mars down here, Venus up here, um, is definitely maybe you might just want to be cautious about um, not arguing, especially with somebody who has more masculine energy. Um, yeah. And I do think it could be like people arguing over, like, okay, we have this philosophy and these are my thoughts on that philosophy. And just don't fall for it. If you're like, you know what, we all going to keep our own opinion. I'm not going to be going down this path if it's not really going to benefit the world. I'm not going to be arguing with you. This is my worldview. This is how I see things. That's what you see. That's how you see things. We just going to let it go, because it could create this back and forth, like over paradigms, and like my way is the right way. Like, I just see intermittent fasting over here in the intermittent fasting world. Some people are like, if you don't intermittent fast this way, then it's just like no go. Like, it's not gonna work. And other ones over here like, well, no, intermittent fasting should be done this way. It could be people who are for the same thing, but they're arguing over stuff that's kind of like pointless, right? Or over values. Thoughts about this. I value this. This is what I value. Don't argue with me over my values. This is just where I stand. It could be something like that. Could be a tug and pull, push and pull around money. Also, let me see what else y'all are saying. I am Felicia, and I'm bringing sadness. I send you a big hug, Felicia. I know it's a rough year for you. I know it's a rough, rough year for you. My heart goes out to you. It really does. Okay, so that's what I'll say about that. Venus sextile Saturn, it is definitely um, energy around like taking care of your money, and it actually does bring more stability in terms of like how you feel in your body. Um, you can definitely get some things done and you'll feel good. Like if you have to work hard, today, tomorrow, Friday, you'll be feeling like, okay, it's okay. I'm like so excited to work this hard to get this thing done. It's so important. It's like you'll be working hard on your plan. And you could feel like, I feel good about being a good leader in my own life. This is what I'm most excited about right here. Venus going visible. And I talked about it in my monthly video, but I love, love, love Venus going visible because number one, if you are a Taurus or a Libra, sun, moon, or ascendant, or you have a lot of planets there in those signs, man, you're going to feel so much better with Venus going visible. Um, if it feels like it's been hard to make money, if relationships have felt challenging, Venus going visible, oh my gosh. I think she went invisible in October, and I was just like, why? Why go? You know what? It may have been before October. Let's see if I can go find. She went invisible October 1st. She's been invisible for 2 months. 2 months. You could have felt like your money is funny. She also is about like beauty and appearance, attraction, self-worth, self-value. Again, relationships, desire. But when it's invisible, it's like you deal with it internally. It becomes more psychological. So it may have been a lot of shifts happening inside of you regarding one of these topics. Now, I do love that she is going visible inside of Sagittarius because number one, Venus is a benefic planet, and Sagittarius is a sign of good fortune. So she's going to hopefully be bringing us a lot of blessings. Jupiter went direct last week. Um, and Jupiter it went direct in Pisces, which is its home, it's one of its home signs. So I just feel like this is an opportunity. Well, this is what we could be experiencing, more opportunity, more hopefulness, more perspective. Okay. Um, in all the areas that Venus has to do with, but also even with um uh what do you call it? Sagittarius, which has to do with expansion and growth. And the fact that she is visible now, it's going to help us with manifesting more. This new moon in Capricorn, I think it's going to be a brilliant moon for us to manifest that, right? Um And part of that is because Venus is now visible, right? So I'm excited about that. And Neptune is direct on Saturday. So that gives us more energy, that's moving forward, that's about us being able to manifest in the world. And the one thing I will say though is, and I talked about this in my monthly video, is its energy does become very potent. So I would say even starting today, there is it really is this energy of like otherworldliness that we have access to. I think it would be ingenious for you to go into your inner world and see, can you remove something and let it go from your subconscious mind? Anyone who has um anyone who has some of my hypnosis tracks or access to hypnosis tracks, this is a great time, a brilliant time to be using hypnosis. Also, meditation is another thing you can use, NLP, all that. Brilliant for this time. So we had Mercury square Neptune, and then we're going to have Venus square Neptune. So I think that it could be going into the weekend, it could feel a little bit like a lot of emotion. And especially, yeah, just I think we could feel a lot of emotion. And it's just important for us to make sure that we are compassionate. Neptune is a sign of compassion. So with Neptune going direct, maybe we'll feel more compassionate to ourselves. Self-compassion is key. I saw something yesterday in a training I was in, and the teacher was saying something about like what the best gift you can give the world is to take very good care of yourself. I feel like this would be a good message for this. Okay. Okay, this is a tough time of the year for you. And I know your astrology too, Felicia. It's rough. Man, Taurus is rough on the Tauruses right now. And it's a rough time for you. So just, yeah. Some of the sisters are having a rough day. A rough, rough day. Hey, Shamika. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even notice that, Shamika. It's on a Friday. That is not a coincidence. It cannot be a coincidence that Venus is going visible on a Friday, her day, Ocean's day. That's another way of thinking about this. Those of us who love working with the goddess Oshun, it may have felt different here lately. Um, I never ever feel like the Orisha are away, but sometimes it's like I don't feel that connection, right? And so this might be a time where Oshun is kind of like, we think about that story that is told in Ifa, where she came down. They're called Imole. All these energies were coming down to help create the world. I'm pretty sure she was the only female one. And they were disrespecting her. And so she just went on back to Arun, heaven. And the world went to hell in a handbasket. And they were like, come back, Oshun. Come back. Why? Because Oshun is about this harmony, right? And balance. And it really is such a good thing to think about, that if we do not have these feminine energies, which is us, we don't allow the feminine energy to come forward. It's very similar to this story where we experience imbalance in our lives. It may be because we are not allowing our feminine energy to come forth and to lead, guide, and direct, to be how I like to say it is, I'm leading with my feminine energy, and I'm okay with that. I'm leading with it, you know? Um, and so, yeah, this notion of Venus going invisible and then coming visible is similar to Oshun being here and then going back up to Orun heaven. And then they were like, oh my God, can you come back? Because it's not working out without you being here. Okay, I'm gonna bring it back, right? So, but it is that time for us to go in. Like, I would love to hear from y'all. How are you? What give me one way that you're working with your feminine energy. How are you working with your feminine energy? For me, where I have struggled the most, now that I think about Venus being invisible, is with journaling. I was like, what happened that I got away from journaling every day? I've been like telling myself, get back to journaling, because journaling is very feminine. It's one of the ways I take care of myself in a way that is feminine, right? Larissa said something earlier that I think is a reflection of this, to take a pause and not be beating yourself up, because the feminine energy says you need rest. You do it and everything is perfect. Like, of course, I take rest. Of course, this will help me just be so much better in life, right? So I would love to hear from y'all. How are you leading? What is the leading way or the main way that you are engaging your feminine energy in your life, and how is that helping you? I'm bliss. I'm bliss, and I'm bringing grief, failure, and disappointment. We see you, bliss. Y'all know I love to, in my circles, we beam. And when we beam, we let sisters know. And I'm beaming all the sisters who are struggling: Felicia, Virgo, Bliss, other sisters who have expressed struggles. It means I see you, I hear you, and I honor you. And I'm so happy you're here. This is one of the best places to come is into circle when things feel off. One of the trainers in sistership circle says, when you're good, you need circle so you can come in and support your other sisters. And when you're bad, you need to come in the circle because you need circle. So good for you. Yes, money has been flowing away from me. Yeah, it will change, especially with you being Venus ruled. I think in your moon. Mhm. Is it your moon or your rising sign? One of them, Felicia. I need her to pop out, back out like Kia May. I have been telling myself, just hang in there. December 2nd is coming. December 2nd is coming. Oh. Hello, Alma. How are you? I'm glad to know I'm not losing my mind because, baby, yes, good to see you. Yeah, it has felt different. October 1st, I was just like, why? Why right now, Venus? Why? She like, I don't know why you acting brand new. All you need to do is look it up on the calendar. I do this every 9 months. You send up your trip, and she went invisible for like 5 days. It wasn't long. At the top of the year, I was like, ooh, we getting away like a bandit. She was like, no, you not. No, you not. I'm going invisible in October, baby, for 2 months. Hey, Queen. How are you, Veronica? Good to see you. I definitely felt the shift with Oshun, but I can feel her energy coming back in gradually. Yes, come on. Turn up, Oshun. Oh my God. Isn't it nice that we kind of have a, an understanding of why we've been feeling the way that we're feeling? And again, with this mindfulness, we're not going to judge it. No judging it. I am doing shadow work. I've started working out. Yay! Yes, shadow work is so good. Working out, taking care of that body. Yes, nice. Let me see what Eileen says. See, I'm definitely an Oshun because I do the same thing. I'd be like, peace. Then they say, hey, come back. Let me tell you, when Oshun leaves the room, sweetness is gone. We don't feel like it's like, ooh, it's harsh. It's harsh up in here. Where's your honey? Can we speak a little bit more gently? Folks be beating us up. When Oshun leaves the room, folks like, uh, we didn't think that sweetness mattered. We were like, oh, she's just being so positive and so this and so. Let Oshun leave. Folks be like, oh my God, come back. Yes, come lay those burdens down. Sharmika. One way I'm working on my feminine energy is understanding my Ori and journaling. You know that's what's up in my world too, Shamika. Love that. And to me, that Ori piece is so important. For those who don't know, Ori is your higher self. To me, that's what matters the most. That's what matters the most. Hi, Bella. How are you? Welcome. Okay, I love this, Felicia. And Felicia's channel has been really turning out videos. I watched one on her gardening the other day. It was like, wow. I don't garden, but I felt like I was living vicariously through Felicia. My inner gardener was like, yeah, Felicia, girl, we doing good over there in that garden. Creative, organizing, cooking, and canning. Love it. What is that, Eileen? Oh, honey. I love this sunshine. Giving myself grace. That is so feminine. That is so, so feminine. Give yourself grace. What does grace mean? Grace, yeah, let's talk about that. Because I think that's something that people really need to bring more into their life. And maybe sometimes when you think about grace, you have to think about who have I given grace to? So when I give myself grace, it's just kind of like, man, life can be tough. Life can be tough. And let me offer something to you all. We are in human bodies. And despite what has been sold to us and has been drilled into our subconscious mind, we have not come here to be perfect. Because if we were, we would be. We have come here to experience imperfection. We've come here to experience the good and the bad. We've been sold a lie that, when your life looks like A, B, C, D, and it's just all together. See, y'all, it's just a story that we've been sold. Then they're to making us think when your life looks like this and it's like everything looks perfect, that is what you're all striving for. And it's to a certain degree a little bit of a game that has been run on us because, and I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's non-physical energies, physical people, combination of the two. I think it's probably a combination of the two. They know when people feel like they are failing, they're going to spend money. We're going to not feel aligned. We're going to be out of congruency with ourselves. And now we're going to have to go out and spend all this money and do all these things to feel more congruent within ourselves. That's what I love about the feminine energy. If as long as it's balanced with masculine, because I don't believe in too much of either one. It's like which one, they have to both have their place. But what I love about bringing more feminine energy into this masculine world is, it allows us to take that time to cut ourselves some slack, grant ourselves some grace, and to acknowledge that it is not about being perfect. It is about I am doing the best I can given what I have, and that is good enough. I remember 2007 and 8, these were pivotal years for me. 2007, 8, and 9. They were very, very pivotal. I remember writing on a little piece of paper, putting it on the mirror in my bathroom for years. I left this thing up. It was all crunchy and turning colors, and the ink kind of sort of started fading. I am doing the best I can, and that is good enough. Okay. In all things, I'm doing the best I can, and that is good enough. I'm good with me just doing the best that I can. And like we talk about in Four Agreements, my best on a day when I feel like I have all my energy is not the same best on a day where I don't feel well. It could be in my body or my emotions or my mind. My best will change based on what state I'm in, and that's good enough. That's giving yourself grace. Giving yourself grace to understand we are human, and we are going to come in and we're going to have the full gamut of human emotions. And this is why it's important to take time to take stock of what are you doing right. We have the negativity bias that makes us lean into um well um I have to, keep myself safe, or at least our ancient ancestors had to. They were living out in, nature, and that negativity bias made them lean towards staying safe. Is how the human race has made it. But we in modern day times have to check that negativity bias. And the way we check it is we're like, well, let me see, what did I do right today? And maybe we need to have somebody reflect to us, this is what you're doing right, right? But grace is, you know what? I'm in a human body, and stuff is gonna be real messy. But at least I'm in the game. At least I'm giving it a go. I love that. You just sent me down a nice little spiritual rabbit hole. Sunshine. Love this. Been creative in spite of being a little bit sick. Aw. Sending y'all some healing love and energy. Grace is a gift. Is one of my spiritual gifts. You know what? Ocean Kimmy, I never thought about that some people have the gift of grace. And I can say I'm a witness to you having. I appreciate you for sharing that, because now it'll help me to understand when I see it in other people. Stay in touch with my Ori via daily divination before sleep and then early AM. Love that. Grace is lots of self-parenting and self-love. I'm just a fraggle in progress. Fraggle Rock. I love that so much. Okay, great. Thank you, Sunshine. You be safe as you drive. We're happy to have you here. That is true. I spent so much on clothes to make me feel better. I haven't bought any new clothes since I started working on myself. It I'm telling you, I stopped spending so much money the more I went and did internal work and really leaned into my feminine energy and feminine activities. It's very difficult at times when people are like, "What can I get you?" I'm like, "I don't know." It is. It is. Free yourself. Give yourself the same grace you give others. My best today isn't my best when I'm not extra sick. I'm always sick to some degree, chronic illnesses, all that. But add the flu and pharyngitis, I'm out. Oh yeah. And then in that particular case, it's like your best might be you're laying and you're laying around more than you typically would, right? And you can be okay with it versus, and I'm not saying this is what Bella thinks, but it could be you are thinking, oh, I should be working and I'm sick. Like that's sometimes like the worst thing we can say to ourselves. The best thing we can say is, this is the best I can do is lay here right now and allow my body to just take a break and see if it can the immune system can kick in more and fight this thing, right? That could be your best that day, right? Just click on her name. That's her channel. Yes. Accepting each moment as it is and not believing in the narrative of the false perception of life, love, and happiness. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Some of us love working. I get that. I really do. I get that. Okay, so is there anything else that I want to touch on? Let's see here. Tuesday, Mercury and Capricorn. So that's when the energy will start shifting out of being so mutable. Next week, it won't be so mutable. Um, but also Mercury square Jupiter. Um, so we'll feel that Mercury square Jupiter for sure the 5th and the 6th. So that one is going to be, I think that one will be, it'll feel kind of like um something karmic, I think, because it's around the 29th degree, I think 28th, 29th degree, maybe 28th degree. But still, the later we get into the degrees in astrology, it's kind of like a lot of karma. Okay. A lot of revisiting of something where you're just like, I thought I was done with this. Why is this person coming back? Or why is this thought like coming to me? But it's breakthrough kind of energy that I perceive that we're going to be experiencing next week. And next Wednesday, we will do our full moon circle here on the live stream. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit here. Having the laptop in bed. Yeah, you said a word right there. That is, ooh, I get that. I really do. Okay. Let me stop. Let's reset our energy because we've been deep thinking. And let me pull from the Goddess Rising Tarot deck. Hold on one second. Let's just pull. I don't know why I just love this song. Let's pull a card. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna pull two. This is very interesting. My oracle, my oracle is apparently speaking to Bliss and Felicia. I have a card for you all, and anyone else who's experiencing this. Okay, this is not what I expected to pull. This deck, it just be tripping, but okay. Let's see, can I get one more? Good God. I'm gonna go to a different deck. I pulled all very challenging energies, and that's not what I'm shooting for right now. I need something inspirational. Hold on, let me get this one right here. Oh my gosh. I might just come back in a different video and read those because we'll never get through that. I will share those in a different video. One of those little short form videos I told you I'm going to start putting out. Okay. Please let this one be uplifting. I'm looking for something that is uplifting. Good. Yes. Let me turn it up again. Music by Sharkey. Um, okay. Okay, so I pulled from the Starseed Oracle that Eileen sent to me, and it says Star Ancestors, Hidden Secrets, Lost Wisdom, Look a Little Deeper. It says, I'm just going to read a little bit. The ancients knew much more than we do about our connection to the stars. The pyramids, temples, and other places of worship created in precise alignment with the stars exist in all corners of the world. What is if this ancient wisdom is available for you to uncover now? You are being called to think and listen with your ancient heart and soul, to tap into the part of you that remembers and knows. All ancient secrets are whispered forever in your ears. All mystic knowing blooms in your heart. All potent power pumps through your veins. You're being invited to step into your ancient knowingness. I feel like this is what we've been largely talking about today. To be held by the rememberings of your star ancestors. To look a little deeper if you're feeling stuck. You're being called to do something different, to change your viewpoint. Creativity happens when we put together two things that don't belong, when we do the unexpected. That's interesting. Creativity happens when we put two things together that don't belong. I think that's the Venus and Mars energy. So often a creative solution is right in front of us, but because we think the same thoughts and act the same way, we miss what's in the open. You're here to remember and uncover your ancient secrets and transmissions, technology and wisdom that are so needed on the planet right now. To unlock your soul's memory of time when we lived in harmony, there's that word harmony, on Earth. And one day we will again. The activation says this: I am ready to remember ancient mysteries and secrets from deep within. Oh, that was good, y'all. That was real good. That was real good. I'm glad y'all like the music. Let me put my little glasses on with my blue blocker thingies. I love y'all so much. Ah, yay. Yeah. These aren't going to be shorts. They're going to be shorter live videos. So y'all will see me come on and go live, and I may not interact a lot. Um, Beyond the Myriad. That will be this one. But mine are going to be more like 5 minutes. Beyond the Myriad. That's a rich deck. I need to get back to using that. I've gotten so into this deck right here. I love this deck so much. But I need to get back to my Beyond the Myriad deck, actually. Uh, yep. Yep. I am going to, just I don't do well talking for short periods of time. But when I feel that inspiration, like one day I think I made like 7 of them or something, I'll do it and post them. Who's Rebecca Campbell? Is that? No, that's Izzy. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know who I'm missing. Or who is Rebecca? Oh, okay. Morgan is like the very deck you just read from, lady. Ah, yeah, I really like this deck. It's very simple. I don't know any of her other decks, but I do really love this deck. Yes, yes, we are. Okay, so let us get back to talking a little bit about metaphysics. Metaphysics. Okay. So I feel like this chapter should not take this long, but for whatever reason, it is. But let's just keep going, y'all, because what I know is that we have to keep exposing ourselves to this kind of wisdom over and over and over for as long as it takes until it becomes integrated into our consciousness. So, according to Albert Einstein and others, time and space do not exist as separate entities. They are all one continuum. For me, that is how I see the world. Everything is one. All is one. When we think about that law of the universe, all is one. Um, Time is a construct, like the clocks. We know time is a construct because in so many countries, they put us in, you know, it's daylight savings time, it's standard time. If time was not a construct, that would not be possible. Time is just something that's made up. Um, do not believe in time as something separate from you that you have to go through as it dictates. If you do not take time to understand time, it will rule your thinking, your planning, your belief system, and your experiences. It's not a straight line that you have to walk through. Imagine it to be a network of tunnels under a city to get from house A to house B. You can use any one of the very many routes, some longer, some shorter. For example, in 1930, it may have taken 30 years of hard work to make a person rich. Now it can take 2 years or less. And this is the true truth, as my mama would say. We have increased our wealth consciousness and certainty, and this makes the path shorter. And I think that's a very important statement, is when we don't subscribe to a time has its place, don't get me wrong, but we can get our blessing in 2 years, or we can get our blessing in 2 minutes, is what he's saying, okay? Um, Another way to think of the space-time continuum is as a sheet of paper that holds all possible events. Every event possible, everything is on that paper. Imagine yourself to be a pencil with an eye. Then imagine that this piece of paper wraps itself around the pencil. So you are the pencil. You are fully wrapped in that paper that holds all events possible, but this pencil only has one eye, so you can only see the event happening on the piece of paper in the region where the eye is. Now, the pencil can travel up and down and around. The pencil's eye can travel up and down and around the pencil. It is a movable eye that can go anywhere on the pencil's surface. The faster you move the eye, the more events you see. Now imagine you increase the size of the eye. The bigger you make it, the more events you can see at the same time. One last thing, imagine you can multiply the number of eyes on you, the pencil, you're the pencil. When the pencil has more eyes, it sees more life, more events simultaneously instead of at one time. When you increase the number of eyes and size of each eye, you see more in less time. So replace the word I in this whole situation with the word consciousness. An increase in the eye size and the number of eyes is an increase in consciousness, in being awake to all that exists. That is what our evolution as beings is all about, increasing consciousness. Okay, so what is the pencil? Yourself. your spirit or soul, as you wish to call it. You, I used to love it when I would hear him. Well, it was the person who was reading the book. It wasn't actually David Cameron Gikandi reading it, but you are a timeless and multidimensional being made in the image and likeness of Source, God. And as you grow, you increase your consciousness and awareness in this fact. And this is why I drill down on the importance of having a spiritual practice, because honestly, it is so easy to be steeped in the body in a way where that I that he's talking about is, as much as we stay out of our bodies, if the body is like the main perspective from which we're looking at the world. And I know it's hard to think about, well, how else am I supposed to look at this world besides from the perspective of being in a body? I get that. It is more about understanding that there's these different levels, this consciousness, like your body actually is consciousness. And this is one of the reasons why we want to connect with the body, because the more we're connected to the body, there is a level of consciousness that gets opened up because we're being present, right? But another way to say it, let me say it this way because it feels a little bit more detached. When we think about our ego is, it lets us see this much, because the ego is a construct. It's literally something that we have like put together. And at any given moment, we can construct a whole new ego. We can construct a whole new way of seeing the world. We can deconstruct some stuff so that we can open up and see more, right? So the more we're opening ourselves up to, consciousness, or opening ourselves up to seeing things beyond, I always say beyond what you presently allow yourself to see things. And some of that is you got to get out into the world and connect with other people who are doing things and stop doubting that it is possible for you to have this happen in your life. That is very important. And so, let me take this down. That is why the spiritual practice is so important. That is why coming into groups like this, because somebody will say something, just like today when Eileen was like, I have the gift of grace. I'm like, I never in my life thought about how some people are gifted with grace. That is truly their gift. That is what they give to the world that other people can't do like that. It opens us up. It's one of the reasons why I'm just like, I will hang out with everybody. Doesn't matter where you are on the continuum. I can be in the room with you because I can learn something. My perspective can be broadened. There are people who I feel like I do not agree with you about how you see things in life. And I can still learn something from that situation because I want my consciousness to be fully open. And the only way it's going to happen is, number one, I have my own personal spiritual practice, and we do things like read stuff like this. I need these reminders. I've read this book too many times to even count, listen to it too many times to even count. And I still, like, today is the first day I'm like, the pencil analogy finally makes full sense to me. I used to be like, what? I'm like trying to visualize this pencil with all these eyes and stuff. Now I get it, right? But also, we want to be in community because it'll help us to grow. Let me see what y'all are saying. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. See, some people think astral projection is weird, but I think we do it kind of all the time. We just think we're in our imagination. There you go. You said it. I didn't even realize you had said it. Even when it's accidental and not something you're triggering intentionally, astral projection really shifts your vision. You're the pencil because you're writing your own story. And it's interesting. I recently had someone who has been in my coaching program say, when you said to me, you are at first cause, I was like, that word right there, that little phrase, because Eileen will tell you, she said it multiple, Ocean Kimmy has said it multiple times. When Tirra said you were at first cause, it just did something to her consciousness. Even if there was some discomfort, it was what really was like uh, that that bit that she needed, that bit of wisdom she needed to be dropped in to change everything. You are at first cause. You know why? Because you are the pencil writing your own story. And most people do not want to own that, but it is so powerful. It is so powerful. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Hug Fatty for me. Okay, so let's just do one more little bit. Now imagine that your best friend is another pencil with the same piece of paper wrapped around him or her. You are both pencils with eyes with the same piece of paper wrapping around you. When your eyes meet, you experience the same bit of all that is at the same time. That's us right now, y'all. You decide to meet by choosing to meet. You can choose to meet anything you wish in that continuum. This is very important. You can choose to meet anything you wish in that continuum. There are no blocks, and free will works without error to the extent that you exercise it with certainty. Knowing this is power. Using this knowledge for wealth and any other desire you have in your life is joy. This is how you explain all interaction. In truth, you and your friend and everyone else are just individuations of the same pencil. So when your eyes or your consciousness meet, you experience being together, but you're always together on a higher level. And this is why we can actually, if we are experiencing any relationship challenges, one of the ways we can kind of like soften down in those relationship challenges is just to acknowledge, like for me, I think even if I'm not getting along with somebody, but I really want to be in this person's life, but I feel like I need to not be, too much in their energy, connected to them, communicating with them. I always think we're always connected on the quantum level, on the energetic level. There's no one who I'm not connected to. Again, all is one. To me, this is so much about all is one. And why it just does not profit me or behoove me to talk about anybody, to actually complain too much. It's more about like what I tell myself. And actually today, what I was working on is there's somebody I've been thinking like, it's not bad, but it just doesn't feel fully right. And I was like, okay, there's no blaming anything. I just need to make some choices and decisions about how I'm going to show up. That's it. It makes it real simple, right? Real simple. We get to choose. That's it. I'm going to keep going just a little bit more. Events that appear simultaneous to you may occur at different times for another observer, depending on his or her relative motion. Imagine you're in a big box on a truck moving from south to north. At the center of the box is a light bulb that goes on and off periodically. As you're in the room, you will find that the light strikes the north wall of your box at the same time it strikes the south wall. You can even measure this and find it to be so. You will find that it strikes all walls simultaneously. This will be your truth. Now, suppose that there's a woman at the side of the road and that your box has a glass window. The woman can see inside your box through this window. Because she is stationary and you and your box and bulb are in motion, her experience will be different. She will see the north wall is getting light slightly after the south wall because the north wall is moving away from the light while the south wall is moving toward the light from the bulb. She can even measure this to be so. She finds that the south wall gets a light earlier and the north wall later. This will be her truth. See, two contradicting yet accurate truths can coexist. To the universe, these are just events. Time is local to the observer, you. In reality, there is no time, only events all at once. It is your motion through these events that make you feel as if there is time. And that's to me is like part of the reason why it's so beautiful to be in a body, because this is the only place you're going to experience this. It is your motion through these events that make you feel as if there is time. It is your expansion of consciousness that makes you move faster through more events. An expanded consciousness enables you to take in more events per moment. An increase in wealth consciousness makes you get rich faster, move through events faster, see more events quicker. In reality, it brings you into the awareness and experience of all that is per moment, so that you appear to have more stuff, hence you appear to have more wealth. And honestly, the way I would look at this, it's so much this Wayne Dyer. I don't know why I'm quoting Wayne Dyer so much, because I'm not even reading his stuff. I guess it's just so in my subconscious, I should say. But if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And I'm going to be sending out a newsletter. And I'm like, I feel like gratitude is one of the most slept on power tools that we can ever have. I honestly believe gratitude heals the body. And this is from my experience. Gratitude heals the body. If there is lack, gratitude helps you to open your consciousness. This is what he's talking about, your awareness. If you are aware of all the problems, all the things that are going wrong, and let me tell y'all, this is not about feeling good all the time. But if you are having a problem, it might be the way you're looking at a thing. The way you look at it is the way the universe is set up, is the way you look at it, it brings in that experience. Okay. And so the what is the remedy? Change the way you're looking at it. And that's what he's talking about. The lady standing on the side of the road, she sees it one way. The person who's inside with the lights in the walls, they see it a different way. The thing is, where are you putting yourself in this quantum field and looking at things? And yes, we're going to experience the negative emotions, because that's part of being human. And it's not a bad thing to feel bad. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to be able to feel all the emotions, and to be with them, to be present to them, because you are in a human body. That's very important. Howsoever, when you consistently have a problem and you're like, I need to fix this thing, is not all the time what you do. It's about where have you positioned yourself in how you're looking at this. And when you begin to use things like gratitude will make you like, you know what? This might suck, but I got this over here and I have that over there. It starts to change your inner landscape. And this is what helps to make you more aware of what's on that piece of paper that he was talking about. Yes, we do. And I love that I have the experience now of understanding when we come into our circles. Okay, I just got a little notice from StreamYard again. When we come into, let me just, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. When we come into these circles, it is very important that women get to say things like, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm struggling, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I don't feel well. Because what we're doing is allowing ourselves to be present to what is, right? And when people get to do that, it's amazing how much then now they can be available for other things that are going on, right? The more, they can be present to not just that, but other things also, the good and the things that don't feel good. Um, but when we are ready to make some shifts, the quickest, fastest way to do this is gratitude and forgiveness. I'm finding this to be true, because they keep lack of gratitude and focusing on all the things that you don't have. It ties your energy up into maintaining that. When you say, okay, I'm going to find what can I be grateful for, it opens up so that you can be more available to something new, right? Forgiveness, your energy is really tied up when we're not forgiving, especially of ourselves. Most forgiveness needs to be of ourselves. But when we are like, you know what, I'm just going to go on ahead and forgive that person. But that typically only is going to come from understanding that there's one energy. We're just all in this energy together. I get to create my reality however I want to. Okay, I created an experience with somebody who hurt my feelings or who hurt me. Okay, what can I learn from this? Why did this not maybe not why, but what how can I move forward from here? And once we've been or and so I'm gonna let you off the hook. Like I didn't like what you did to me, but I'm gonna let you off the hook. I'm gonna let you off the hook because I need my energy to be taking care of me. That's one thing I've been telling myself here lately. No, 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 no. Nobody is gonna have my energy out there thinking about them. I'm frustrated or whatever. No, 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 no. This energy is mine. I'm gonna use it to feed me and my dreams and my health and well-being, so on and so forth. Right. Um, the other thing we talk about is folks living rent free in our heads. It's like, no, you're not paying rent. Especially if you living rent free because I'm trying to make sure you never hurt me again, you definitely are going to get forgiven right away by me. And I can do that because I understand I get to choose. I get to choose how I'm going to show up in life. I understand it's just one energy. We had that moment together, but guess what? We done. Like that's over. Okay. I wish I could end this Facebook live stream because it's. Can I take myself out? Let me see. I don't like this notification keep popping up. I struggled with forgiveness for a long time. I couldn't forgive myself. Yeah, it's really important. It's really, really important. It also increased right choices and increased. It is also your increased right choices and increase in desires and goals made with certainty that you make it you yeah that also make you experience more at any moment of now. It is also your increased right choices and increase in desires and goals made with certainty. This is where a lot of people, including myself, go wrong. We don't make choices with certainty. We kind of like, maybe it'll work, maybe not. I don't know. By increasing your goals, your mental images, and holding them steady and certain, you see more wealth. That is one of the secrets of time. Let me put the secret there. By increasing your goals, your mental images, and holding them steady and certain, you see more wealth. That is one of the secrets of time. And here lately, I've been telling myself soften, shift, stay. Soften, like bring my energy back from anything that might be troubling me. Just thaw it out a little bit. Don't have the connection of frustration, worry, whatever this is, so strong. Just soften it down. Shift. What is it that you want in your life? This is what I say to myself. What is it you really want? Okay. I want that. All right. Good. Hold the picture there. Start sending energy from the problem to where I want to go because it creates this bullseye. Like the universe is like, okay, what is she most focused on? Okay, I see it in her mind. It's the thing she really wants. We're going to give her more of that. And you have to hold it. That's that certainty. Okay. That is that certainty. Let me do this real quick. I have to save it right away or else I may forgive. Okay. So sometimes those who wronged you are the ones holding on tight. Yep. And I still say we can cut those connections. We can put a wall up. This is what I love about this is where um, metaphysics meets Orisha in my life. Ogun, I'm gonna need for you to remove them from me as far as the east is from the west. Their energy cannot touch me. They can be wherever they are. I can't control what they're thinking or how they are, seeking to put these hooks out on me, but it's not possible. They have no access to my energy. Cover me, shore me up. I even see walls going up between me and that person, like concrete walls, steel walls. Your energy cannot penetrate my energy. We are that powerful. You're actively trying to forget them, if not forgive them, and they insist on popping back up in your life. It's tougher to forgive someone who remains in your face than forgiving one who gracefully fades in the darkness. I actually agree with you on that. I do. And I just say we just can never give up on ourselves. We can never give up on this is going to end. So another thing that I think is, guess what, boo? We ain't finna go into our next lifetime focused on this. We might come back and focus on some stuff, but we're not going to be focused on this. I'm ending this in this lifetime. This lifetime. And to a certain degree, it's kind of like the more love and compassion we offer them, and it's not easy. Okay. I'm not saying this is easy, but I am saying I have found in my own practice that once I can offer love and compassion, my dad is one of those people, and just kind of be like, I don't like how my dad was when I was a girl, but I have an understanding of why he showed up in life the way that he did. And of course, somebody who has this, these experiences in their childhood, it was any number of ways he could have decided to show up, but he showed up how he did. And it's like, okay, I get it. It took many years of doing a lot of work, but I got so fed up. Actually, that's what happened. I was like, I'm tired of being upset about this. I'm tired of being fed up. And my dad is changing in some ways he has not. He's still a part of my life. I'm like a lot of people. It's hard to cut connections with parents. Um, I have a lot of compassion for my dad. I care about my dad, right? And by the same token, there are times when I'm just like, man, me and my dad are not yoked. um, but I got fed up. I was like, you can do whatever you want to do, but this is what I'm gonna do. And I just became what ended up happening is I started feeling more neutral. I no, he didn't change. I changed. And I just didn't feel anything. He did what he used to do. And I was just like, okay, he's doing that thing. And I made decisions on what I was going to do. Like, I'll just sit and wait for him to finish. And, he changed after a while, actually, because he realized I'm not going there with you. But it was me making a decision, and I've never looked back. I'm not typically one to hold grudges, but this one person had me carrying one since 1970. I mean 1990. Because I know you weren't even here in 1970. I'm telling you, this is what it means to be human. This is what it means to be human. Okay. So thank y'all so much for being here. This has been really, really good. I'm just gonna make another video. I never pull 3 challenging cards, and I managed to do it today. So I'll just have to make a separate video on that, because I'm like, no, we here for inspiration. Oh, so 2 things. Please join me next week for the Inspired Goddess. Let me go this way. Join me for the Inspired Goddess Circle at this time, so we can talk about this full moon. And also, I would love it if y'all join me, or, for people who want to get a heads up on next year. I'm doing a special on the readings. I call it the Goddess General Reading. It's 60 minutes live with me. And we can look at your theme for 2023. We can look at some of the earlier transits. 60 minutes is not a long time, to be honest with you, but I can definitely get you an overview, like what is the main theme that you're going to be looking at, but also we want to kind of get you started out with the good 2023. And another way of thinking about it is like we are in this season of setting intentions for 2023. And so this would be a good reading to help you to get going with that. Um, yeah, yeah, that's what I'll just share that for now. Thank you, Keita May. I was doing my best to remember. Let's see here. Let's do. Oh no, we're gonna do this one. I am Tyra, and I am taking comfort. We had a great discussion today. I feel so just good. I am Ocean Kimmy, and I'm taking gratitude with me. Beautiful. So yeah, thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you to the hashtag Replay Sisters if you made it this far. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna have a great rest of the week. Venus, turn up. I am Morgan, and I'm taking calmness. I'm Larissa, and I'm taking inspiration and peace. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I am Felicia, and I am taking clarity. I am Veronica, and I am taking wisdom with me. I am Alma, and I am taking peace. I am Ellen, and I am taking peace. I am Bella, and I am taking gratitude. Awesome. It has been my joy and my honor to be here with you all today. Thank you all so, so much. And yeah, you'll be seeing more of me in my little short videos that I told y'all about. So I appreciate you. All right, peace. I am Keita May. Oh, let me turn it down. Let me read some more. I am Keita May, and I am taking grace and the softer shift stay method with me. Yay! Debbie will be back with the rest of it. I just know it. All I have to do is just wait. Yeah. Debbie was like, we taking it all, baby. We are taking it all. I love that. All right, Queens. Thank you.